Hello, I'm Hal Ottaway, and I'm from the Wichita Postcard Club, and it's time once again for a Wichita Postcard of the Week. It seems that in 1861, Kansas became a state. It acquired statehood. And to celebrate this, 50 years later, it was 1911. And one of the things they did to help celebrate was to make a commission to a Wichita artist to create a painting. And I have that on a postcard and show that to you here. This is a what they call an allegorical woman, and she has all of these sunflowers, and she's holding up a mirror and, proud of everything. Look at her feet. Down at the bottom is the state seal, and then all around is a cornucopia of fruits and vegetables that were grown here in the state. This was a postcard. Collectors call this a poster type postcard, and this was unique for Kansas, and different states did different things. But this is what we had in our state, and this was so well received at the time that it was printed. Not this particular one, but there was one that just talked about Kansas below. But all of that will be part of my story today. But this is one that Topeka decided to overprint and to have a little blurb there of 4 lines at the bottom telling about Topeka. Wichita had one, McPherson had one, several towns, but not every town. But the reason I'm showing this is that if you look to the to the right edge above the smokestacks, and over here to the right edge it says Votes for Women, and that was applied with a rubber stamp that would just said Votes for Women. But this was also a time when 1912 was when we were voting in Kansas to whether or not to give women the right to vote. And so this was one of the big years and the big times. And so those ladies took these cards and stamped some of them. We don't know how many or who did it and so forth, but this is, something that's survived through the years, and just a relatively common card becomes kind of unique with this Votes for Women rubber stamped on it. They would have then used this as part of their campaign to attract voters and so forth. Just giving you a little bit of history. Now this is 2020, and it was just 100 years ago. Ladies didn't get the right to vote until it was ratified by a number of states, and it became part of the Constitution in the 19th Amendment, and that came about in 1920. So 100 years later is where we are today in 2020, and that's what we're celebrating, and you see commemorative postage stamp issued for it and so forth. But this is an interesting card, and I'd love to find more or, other examples. But this is just one of those ones that is fun to see and to know about, know that it exists. I'd like to say that before closing that people have suggested that I mention about liking these videos that we make every week. And if you are on Facebook, or if you have a Gmail account, email with at gmail.com, then you're able to like. There's a thumbs up sign that you'll see here on the screen, on your computer screen. And if you would please like that, that'll give us indication of what kind of feedback. It'll give us feedback for your liking and your watching and seeing and enjoying these segments. But thank you very much, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week. Bye bye.